Last week here on Thunder, as we closed out the October season, the new kid on the block, the rookie sensation, Ethan Medlin and Maximum Destruction upset Stinger Unleashed in the finals, claiming his first championship victory out here on Thunder. The crew is ready and so is Ethan. Can Max D hang on to the flag? We're going to find out next.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
A sold-out MTA arena as we kick off the November season of Thursday Night Thunder, and all 16 Diecast Monster Trucks are set and ready to go, side-by-side racing, and they're all competing for the overall points by the end of the season, as well as carrying the checkered flag. The man to beat tonight is new kid on the block, Ethan Medlin and Maximum Destruction out of Bradley Graham's Maximum Motorsports. He has got a target on his back here tonight as we kick off the November season. And up first, we are kicking things off in round one action. Raising Cane set to take on Iron Outlaw, followed by Bulldozer taking on Prowler. Then we're going to see Gene Patterson and Snakebite take on the Wildflower. Now up first, here in round one matchups, Nick Parson comes out in the Raising Cane Ford. He is set and ready to go. Made his debut just a couple of months ago. He is set to take on Jamie Hurd in the brand new Iron Outlaw. He is looking good out here. The truck qualified well, and the crew seems to think they have it dialed in. Over in the near lane, that's Nick Parson in the brand new Raising Cane machine, set to take on Iron Outlaw as we kick off the November season. As we go green now, Iron Outlaw, Raising Cane are down the straight. Oh my word! And Raising Cane sticks it on the tailgate here in round one action. I'm not too sure what happened. However, Iron Outlaw will get the win. That's Jamie Hurd in the far lane. Watch the near lane right here, however. Nick Parson, as he hits the first jump, we're going to try to figure out what happened, and I apologize for our camera not picking it up all the way, but rides it on the back tires there. Unfortunate luck, however. And next up, John Cadiux in the Bulldozer machine, now set to take on the Crazy Cat returning in the Prowler machine, and he is in the original Prowler as his other truck is making its way back up from north versus south, and he's set to take on John Cadiux, who isn't no slouch out here on the MTA circuit. He proved that in the October season just last month. Now as we go green, Prowler and Bulldozer down the straight stretch. Cadiux may have a slight lead on him, and Prowler turns it over. The Crazy Cat back in the original Prowler hits the sea container over in the far lane and turns it over. However, Bulldozer moves on, and up next, out of Jefferson City, Missouri, he's a one-time Thursday Night Thunder champion in the Ford Brass Eagle Snakebite. That is Gene Patterson pulling to the line. He is set to take on two-time Thursday Night Thunder champion Ashley Obie returning in the Wildflower machine, staged over in the far lane. Now she's got her hands full taking on a veteran. However, Gene Patterson knows how to get it done. So does Ashley Obie. Here's the green light now. Wildflower, Snakebite, up and over no man's land, and Wildflower gets out of shape. And Gene Patterson, Colt Cobra take the win in the Ford Brass Eagle Snakebite, moving on to round two action. Now up next here in round one, making his debut in the Gravedigger, that's the Outlaw Joshua Wells, one-time Thunder champion, looking to do good things here in Gravedigger, now set to take on that wicked-looking Chevrolet out of Elkton, Virginia. That is Ray Acuna, and Bad News travels fast. Now it's going to be a battle of the bow tie here in round one. Gravedigger now set to take on Bad News travels fast. Both trucks stays at the line. Who goes on to round two? We're finding out right now down the straight stretch. Joshua Wells got a lead out on him, and Gravedigger picks up the win here in round one action. Bad News goes home on the trailer. Now next up here in round one action, Liquidator comes to the line. This is James Valancourt's grandson, Kieran Adams, taking over the driving duties of the Liquidator Ford, set and ready to go. Now against the owner of Bad Weather Racing, that is Chris Paluk in the Storm Damaged Chevrolet, two-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, set and ready to take on the Liquidator Ford over in the far lane. This one ought to be a good shootout. New kid on the block over in the far lane, set to take on a seasoned veteran. Both trucks stage now as we go green. Down the straight stretch now, Chevrolet's got a slight lead on him, up and over. Storm Damage gets way out of shape, and Kieran Adams in his first ever run out here on Thunder will pick up the win in the Liquidator Ford. He moves on, and up next, the debut of the Bakugon Dragonoid out of Sky High Racing. This is Aaron Church behind the wheel, set and ready to go. Debuting that wicked-looking machine. He is set to take on a 5-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, staged in the far lane out of Pacific, Missouri. That is Mitch Brown in Bigfoot, set and ready to go, taking on the brand new Dragonoid machine in the near lane. Here's the green light now down the straight stretch. Dragonoid got a slight lead on him, out of shape, into the wall. Aaron Church puts it into the wall, and Mitch Brown and Bigfoot will move on to round 2. Such a sweet-looking ride in that new body. He is strutting his stuff here tonight. Next up here in round 1, that's Rich Wagner, 9-time Thunder champion, set to take on Nathan Smith in the Monster MUTT machine out of the Dog Pound. Made such a great debut last season here on Thunder. He is looking to do good things. However, he is taking on an old-time veteran, Rich Wagner, back in the Wild Hair Chevrolet. Again, so great to see him back, representing Wells Motorsports in his Wild Hair machine. Both trucks now staged as we get set to go green. Wild Hair and Monster MUTT down the stretch. Nathan Smith got a lead on Wagner, and Monster MUTT will upset Rich Wagner and Wild Hair here in round 1. Nathan Smith upsets the veteran. Now up next in round 1, Jeffrey Skipper took home the Halloween Madness Championship this past weekend, and if you missed out on the show, be sure to go back and watch it. But he is set to take on new kid on the block, Ethan Medlin, out of Maximum Motorsports. He is your current Thursday Night Thunder champion, still walking the walk and talking the talk over on the group, but Jeffrey Skipper's here to put him in his place. Halloween Madness champion set to take on Thunder champion. Here's the green light now. Skipper got him off the line. Max D trying to play catch up, and Medlin hanging right there with him, but Jeffrey Skipper picks up the win. Medlin tagged the wall but corrected. However, Jeffrey Skipper and Mountaineer knock off the champion early. And ladies and gentlemen, as we take another look, watch Ethan Medlin in the near lane. He comes out of no man's land, a little cattywampus, tags the wall right there but brings it back and almost chased down the Mountaineer. However, Jeffrey Skipper moving on to round 2 action. And folks, we have got a lot more great racing yet to come. Round 2 is coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Be sure to grab a popcorn because MTA Thursday Night Thunder will be back in a few. And North vs. South comes to you this weekend on the Diecast Monster Truck Outlaw YouTube channel. Some great action you don't want to miss. But right now, we're kicking off round 2 of Thursday Night Thunder, and Iron Outlaw is set to take on Bulldozer. This is Jamie Hurd and his brand new ride, bringing out the old Iron Outlaw, a little refurbished. He is set to take on John Kadiux in the Bulldozer. He put on a clinic last season, proving he can be a true player out here on the MTA circuit. However, Jamie Hurd looked good in Gravedigger last season, now piloting the Iron Outlaw machine. Both trucks staged at the line to kick off round 2. Bulldozer, Iron Outlaw, there's the green light now. Dead even down the straight. Hurd's got a lead on him. Put down the 4 horsepower there, and Iron Outlaw, he knocks off Bulldozer here in round 2 action. Bulldozer goes home, and up next, Joshua Wells returns to the line after a wicked fast pass in round 1 action. In the Gravedigger, he is set to take on longtime MTA veteran Gene Patterson out of Jefferson City, Missouri, in the Ford Brass Eagle Snakebite. The classic matchup, Ford versus Chevrolet. Gravedigger takes on Snakebite. The Outlaw takes on Colt Cobra. Both trucks stays at the line as we go green now. Outlaw got a lead on him up and over the cars here. Patterson got his hands full. And the Outlaw, Joshua Wells, will put Gene Patterson on the trailer. Gravedigger moves on into the semis, and up next in round 2 action, Mitch Brown, 5-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, got his debut out here in the Power Ford machine, now pilots the Bigfoot, and the team's been nothing but great with him. Over in the near lane, however, new kid on the block, Kieran Adams and Granddaddy's Ride, the Liquidator Ford out of the K&J Race Camp. Both trucks look strong in round 1 action. It's a battle of the Ford Oval here in round 2. Mitch Brown taking on Kieran Adams. Bigfoot and Liquidator, there's a green light now. Bigfoot got him off the line, but Liquidator coming back on him, and Kieran Adams upsets Bigfoot here in round 2 action. Liquidator goes on to the semis, and Bigfoot's going back to the pits. Now up next here in round 2 action, Nathan Smith out of the Dog Pound bringing Monster MUTT to the line, set to take on Wildcard champion, Halloween Madness champion, and 3-time Thursday Night Thunder champion out of the Johnson Motorsports race team, Jeffrey Skipper, in the West Virginia Mountaineer stage in the far lane. Now you could say the rookie has his hands full, but he is known to pull off some big upsets in his short career. Boat Truck stage, Mountaineer and Monster Mutt down the straight stretch. Nathan Smith hanging right there with him. And Smith upsets Jeffrey Skipper here in round 2. Monster Mutt's in the semis, and Mountaineer is on the trailer. What a piece of driving. Nathan Smith is on a rail here tonight. Dead even down the straight stretch as we take another look. Watch a clean, smooth transition over no man's land, and Nathan Smith puts down the power, bringing it to a photo finish by half a truck. Puts Monster Mutt in the semifinals. And folks, we have got 3 races left. Semifinals are up next. You don't want to go anywhere because more great action is still to come. Attention, Monster Truck Attitude fans! If you and a friend want to get in on the action of side-by-side Diecast Monster Truck Racing, be sure to log on to Facebook.com and check out the group Monster Truck Attitude and watch for registration. The link is in the description of all of our videos, and you can get down and dirty in the pits or go side-by-side Monster Truck Racing. Sign up for events like Sunday Night Madness or Thursday Night Thunder, and check out all the latest stuff on Monster Truck Attitude on Instagram and Facebook. You won't regret it, so check out the group Monster Truck Attitude. Back here now on Thursday Night Thunder as we kick off the November season. Here's the semifinal matchups. Outlaw takes on Gravedigger, followed by Liquidator taking on Monster Mutt. And up first, it's none other than Jamie Hurd, who's been bad, fast, and Iron Outlaw, set to take on the Outlaw, Joshua Wells, in the Gravedigger now out of Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. Iron Outlaw's been running fast, especially back in round 2, but Gravedigger's been hanging right there with him, knocking off Gene Patterson and Snakebite in that last round. Ford versus Chevrolet here in semifinals. Gravedigger takes on Iron Outlaw as we go green. Down the straight stretch now. Gravedigger got him off the line. Outlaw hanging right there with him. Gravedigger turns it over. The Outlaw has turned it over, and not to confuse it with Jamie Hurd's Outlaw, I'm talking about the Outlaw, Joshua Wells, and Gravedigger. Watch him down the straight stretch. Had a lead on Iron Outlaw the whole time. Gets up and over no man's land. Clips the sea container right there. Turns the truck over. Doesn't cross the finish line. And Jamie Hurd and Iron Outlaw move on to the finals. And now the MTA track crew and officials down there with Joshua Wells and Team Gravedigger. They are going to flip the truck back over. I can't believe he didn't even cross the finish line. He was so close, hanging right there with him. And look at the damage that the Outlaw Joshua Wells has done to the Gravedigger here. And I venture to say, if he didn't hit that sea container, we'd be looking at another finalist, because Joshua Wells in the Gravedigger was putting on a rail here tonight, and he's hoping to get it back together for next week. Now up next in semis, Kieran Adams, the new kid on the block in Granddaddy's truck, the Liquidator Ford out of K&J Racing, set to take on another new kid, Nathan Smith out of the Dog Pound and Monster Mutt. Both these new kids have been wicked fast. You know James Valancourt has Liquidator dialed in with the rest of the team. But Nathan Smith and Monster Mutt have been running strong all night. This one's going to be a barn burner. Monster Mutt and Liquidator now down the straight stretch. They're looking even up and over no man's land. And that was too close to call. Ladies and gentlemen, that was way too close to call. They came across the line almost at the same time. Back now to an MTA replay. You see them pretty much even down the straight stretch as they come to the first jump. Watch him here through no man's land. Slight lead to Monster Mutt, but Kieran Adams and Liquidator coming back. And right there, by a nose of a truck, Kieran Adams and Liquidator take home the win. We'll see them in the finals. And folks, we are heading down to the pits now of Team Gravedigger and the Outlaw Joshua Wells. Turned it over there in semifinal action. The crew has already jumped up and jamming on the truck. They're trying to get it back and ready to go for next week, week 2 of the November season. Hopefully the Outlaw and crew can get Gravedigger at 100% and make it run like it did right here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what we all come to see. It's final time here on Thursday Night Thunder as we kick off the November season. Kieran Adams making his debut out here in the Liquidator Ford, set to take on Jamie Hurd and the Iron Outlaw. And I have to say, both of these trucks are dialed in and race ready to this track. Jamie Hurd in the brand new Iron Outlaw machine ready to go in the far lane. Kieran Adams in Liquidator has been strong all night long, but we can only crown one champion here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Outlaw, Liquidator, it's showtime here on Thunder down the straight stretch. They're even up and over no man's land. Outlaw turns it over, and Kieran Adams and Liquidator pick up his first Thursday Night Thunder victory in the Liquidator Ford as he knocks off Outlaw here in the finals. What an incredible race up until Outlaw turned it over. As we go back to the MTA replay, you see Bo Trucks came off the line strong, dead even down the straight stretch as they hit the first jump, even through no man's land. Kieran Adams keeping it straight. Jamie Hurt hits the seat container much like the Gravedigger. And ladies and gentlemen, your Thursday Night Thunder champion here tonight. Congratulations to Kieran Adams on his first Thursday Night Thunder victory for Liquidator and the K&J Racing Camp here tonight. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we look at the overall points at the latter half of the bracket, Bad News, Wildflower, Prowler, and Raising Cane hold the gate closed with 30 points here in week 1. Over at the top half, however, Kieran Adams with tonight's win holds the lead at 60 points, followed by Jamie Hurd and Outlaw with 50, Monster Mutt and Gravedigger tied at 45, and rounding off your top 5, Jeffrey Skipper and West Virginia Mountaineer with 35 points. And ladies and gentlemen, I sure hope you enjoyed kicking off the November season of Thunder here with me tonight. Be sure to come back next week for week 2 of Thunder. Thank you guys for coming to watch. Be sure, if you haven't already, crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road. See you next week.
Standing tall up in victory lane, I done brought the pain and now they screaming my name. Yeah, everybody saw me rock the place. Now there's flashbulbs are popping and mics in my face. Always giving the crowd what they need. Now they're wearing my shirts front row to nosebleed. Now the crowd forms is what it's all about. Signing autographs until the lights out. Yeah, it's about that. It's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that. 'Cause it's about that.